you please introduce yourself and your district?
State Representative Roger Goodman from the 45th District, the northeast corner of King County.
You had your town hall meeting last weekend. How'd it go?
We had a standing room only crowd at the Redmond City Hall. We earned our money on Saturday. That was a tough meeting because there's a lot of concern out there. There's a lot of concern about funding for everything, particularly the safety net. And it's interesting because folks in the 45th District tend to be in pretty good shape. I mean, we're experiencing a collapse right now, but you know, we're doing pretty well in the district, and yet there's a lot of concern about homelessness and about hunger and about public health in particular. So I for sure do not want us to cut the safety net because if we do, then it's going to cost us more so much sooner in lives and everything else. So the other thing was education. We are going to go forward with education reform. We have so many issues we need to deal with in terms of local flexibility and accountability, transparency to the consumers, to parents, and know what they're getting, how teachers are trained and paid, and so forth. And we can't wait. We have to fix the school systems. But the funding isn't there right now, and so there's a lot of frustration. But I think there's an understanding there's sort of two tracks. We can't wait for reform. We have to go forward on that, and then we'll fund it as we phase it in.
What did you start the meeting talking about?
Well, we each started the meeting talking about what our strengths are in the areas that we've been working in. So I reviewed the bills that I've been sponsoring. I got a dozen bills out of the House, mostly in the area of the justice system, efficiencies, and more effective treatments and so forth. The big bill, which is actually coming up today in the Senate for me, is about treatment rather than incarceration for those who have addictions and so forth. It's a lot more effective and a lot more cost-effective, too.
You talked about the safety net. Were there specific programs that people were mentioning?
Yes. The big programs that we will not cut, as far as I'm concerned, and I'll jump up and down screaming about this, include General Assistance Unemployable, GAU, which helps the hardest hit, the truly down and out, the people who are living on the street. And without this assistance, they will die. And we will then pay for that. Both in human terms, but really fiscally as well. The other programs include DOTSA, which is the acronym for the Drug Treatment Program. Definitely want to preserve that. Again, help people recover and become functional again. And then the Adult Day Health Program and community clinics. The community health clinics are very, very important, sort of, again, as a safety net to make sure that people have somewhere to go when they get sick.
Can you give us a quick update on your bills and the cutoff deadline?
Yes, before the cutoff, we got 12 bills from this office out of the House. So now we go and testify in the Senate and try to get them through the other side. The two bills that I think are the most important, one actually came off the House floor yesterday. It's the Senate version of my bill on distressed properties. We have a lot of people who are facing foreclosure right now, a lot of people. It's very unusual. And so they don't have access to the real estate professionals to help them with a short sale, basically walk away from their home, instead of going through foreclosure, which is, you know, very, very disruptive. And the law that we got passed yesterday takes away some legal risks for realtors and other real estate professionals to help these people when they need it most now. It's going to get the housing market moving again. It had an emergency clause. The governor's going to sign it soon. That's a big one for the real estate industry and for housing. The other one has to do with our horse farms. The 45th District is so beautiful with the valleys and the hills and a lot of people living with their horses and boarding other people's horses. And their tax treatment, favorable tax treatment, was about to be taken away. And there was a lot of uncertainty, and the entire equestrian community in the 45th District was really threatened, the vitality of it. And we want to preserve the culture and heritage of that area, and so we got a bill that's moving through quickly again to give certainty to the equestrian folks. I think we have 4 Olympians in the 45th District, equestrian competitors. And so it's really part of our heritage. It's also a big contributor to the economy, the whole equestrian industry. So that's another important bill. In general, my focus is the justice system. And so we got a lot of cost-saving measures through as far as how clerk's offices will be operating and the different court jurisdictions. Some of it's esoteric, but we're finding some savings, and that's really my focus. Make the law work better, make the programs operate better, save some money, and in the justice system, a proper balance between public safety and cost effectiveness.
How can your constituents get in contact with you?
This is a democracy. I'm not corny saying this, but I really need to hear from the constituents. And I get thousands of emails. And so I suppose I could send a perfunctory, hello, thank you, I got your email. But I take them and I consider them all very carefully and send a letter back. If you really want to get in touch with me, the best thing is a phone call, or of course a personal visit to Olympia, and then in the district during the off season when we're not in session. But I really encourage people to contact me because then we're able to engage and then establish a relationship as well, not just sort of touching base on an issue and we never are in contact again. So it's really important for me to hear about those issues: healthcare, education, transportation, the budget in general, because that really guides how I vote and it guides the policy positions that I take.